Hi everyone, this is Dr. Ketch. How are you all doing? It has been a very hot minute. It's been a while. How is everyone doing? I hope you're fine. Now I have been off from your space. I mean, I've been posting, as much as I could daily on my Facebook page, but I've really missed this interaction with you. This, the videos, just connecting with all of you. And so I'm excited to say that I am back to doing this. And the reason why I'm also even doing this is, a little personal. Um, in the past, my How Do You Mean Dr. Ketch show started in 2013. It was around the same time that I also started my Facebook page. And then after that, I then also went on to do the Dr. Ketch show, which was in 2015. Um, but since then, 2017, I have moved around a lot, and that's part of the reason why I have not been developing content because have a day job. And so that job has moved me around quite a bit. I moved to Rwanda, I moved to Kenya, I moved to Liberia, Sierra Leone. So I moved around quite a bit. And so, in all of that moving, guys, life happened to me. Life really happened to me. I added quite a bit of weight. But again, this is not body shaming or anything. This is my own personal story, and this is me saying, okay, now that I'm, a little bit more settled, I want to do something about it. I want to go back to doing eating healthier, exercising, incorporating all of that into my life, and that's the reason why I am also coming back to do these videos on my page. I think that one of the things that moving away from Nigeria did for me, not in a very positive way, is that I didn't feel accountable to my Dr. Ketch persona. I feel like in Nigeria, I was so mindful of the fact that, I had to necessarily practice what I preached, right? Because people would go and say, but this is what you say, and yet this is what you do. When I left Nigeria, I just had this anonymity, right? Like nobody really knew me, right? Like, hey, you're just like any other person, and I am like any other person, but I didn't have the pressure of the Dr. Ketch persona. And so, yes, people, I backslided, or is it I backslid? Whatever it was, I did that, right? I did that. So, but yeah, I want to do better, and so I will do better. I'm going to just be doing frank videos from my apartment or from wherever it is that I find myself. Today, I was going to do live. In fact, let's scratch that. I actually did live. This is my first live. It didn't go well, guys. He kept telling me, oh, internet was kind of twitching and all of that. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to do a video to kind of kick off this, and hopefully I can sort out whatever the internet issues were for my next live. But yeah, this is me saying, walk with me on this wellness journey. It's possible that you have also fallen off the wellness wagon, or maybe you just want to live better, or maybe you just want to find out, other things that you can do on your wellness journey. Join us. This is the place to be. I want to thank all my faithful followers from 2013 till date, and all of you who keep joining every single day. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And we're all going to be an accountability community, holding ourselves, right? Accountable for the decisions that we're taking and for the things that we've said that we're going to do. I want to do better. So one of the things of doing better is about eating better. In one of my posts this last few weeks, I talked about cucumber and how I always used to hate cucumbers when I was younger. It's not even younger, even growing up. I hated cucumbers. It just splashes water into your mouth, and it's not tasty water or anything. So guys, I didn't really like it. So, just like, I don't know how many of you used to watch this show, Fear Factor. In Fear Factor, they would show these people eating, I don't know, like insects and things, and when they would crunch into it, like disgusting water, disgusting water will rush into their mouth. So every time I ate cucumbers, it kind of gave me that sense. So I finally cracked the code, figured out how to eat it. Not because, of anything per se, but because it's so filling. There's so much of it when you slice, and I'm just going to show you what I do with it. I explained it in that post, but I'm going to show you what the meal actually looks like. I'm just going to wash my hands again, because I touched a few things while we were talking. So I'll wash my hands, and then I'll quickly do that, and I'll post it, and I hope you all will also enjoy doing it. Right. So this is the cucumber, and I was saying that you slice it very thinly, very thinly. I feel like when I slice it very thinly, I don't get that sense of, you know, weird water rushing into my mouth. So I'm just going to do that. And I already, this is one full cucumber. It's like this size. Like this size, right? And yeah, I've been cutting for a bit. I was cutting it when the live went off. Look at me, trying to experiment with live, and that's how the live was just disgracing itself and not living. So, but here we go. Thank God for videos. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to post it up, and then this is going to be a regular thing. And I was talking about encouraging people who have also been on their own wellness journey. It's possible you fell off the wagon or whatever. Again, you know, I keep saying that this is not about body shaming. It's just living your best life, guys. Living your best life. When you are not living your best life in terms of wellness and all of that, right? It's almost like a clarion call for chronic diseases, whether it's high blood pressure, whether it's diabetes mellitus, whether, you know, all kinds of things, or, you know, problems with aging, right? When you have so much weight, then you have joint pains and all of that, you know. So you've got to figure out what works for you. So one of the things that I'm doing is, you know, watching what I eat. I started that last year. So guys, I'm all done with the cucumber. Now I have half an onion, right? That I'm also going to slice everything very thinly. You can see sort of like the thickness. I hope the camera can pick it up. Yeah. If you can make it even thinner, you know, all the better. I don't have those magic chef skills, you know, the ones that you just And these knives are super sharp. So people of God, I want to preserve my fingers and preserve my life. So that is the story. So, yeah, I was saying, yeah, so you watch what you eat, and then it's also about exercise. If you're a gym person, perfect, go to the gym. But if going to the gym tires you out, or you don't have access to a gym, or you just feel it's too much of a burden, find other things that you do. So where I'm staying now, there is a gym, and every so often I go really just to do the weights, because the weights help to just carrying the weight. I'm not trying to train as a weightlifter, guys, right? Like, so I'm not trying to overdo, you know, whatever. No, I'm just trying to carry enough weight to really trigger my basal metabolic rate, make sure that my body is burning fuels more efficiently, and kind of add that to other stuff that I'm doing. But the real stuff that I'm doing, guys, is walking. So I've realized that walking is something I can do, like from, I know I exaggerate when I say from morning to night, but I do like walking. So I could do that without feeling any pressure, without feeling any stress. I can walk, you know, anywhere that I am. So guys, I'm just going to empty this into my bowl, right? So yeah, so I walk, and this just means like just walking around in my apartment. Like, I'm literally sometimes even watching a movie, whether it's on TV or on my phone, and I'm just walking around. And guys, it adds up. It does add up if you're just doing this seriously and consistently. So that was what I started doing from September of last year. I started walking, and I would do this. So this is salt, guys. It's called adobo, actually. Let me not say it's salt. Adobo. Adobo is seasoned salt. It's salt that has oregano, it has black pepper and turmeric, right? But salt works as well. It's just recently that I got this adobo. So that's what I use to season it, and then I mix it all up. Okay, just like this. Once you have seasoned it, guys, this is good to go. It is really tasty. And I know you will, like, it sounds unbelievable. So once you leave it like this, you season it, right? You leave it for a while, and especially if you're doing something, you can leave it for a while. And then what happens is that the salt is kind of soaked up by the onion, and the cucumber, right? Okay, so what you can do is when you do that, after a while, you will see some water, some fluid, right? When you see that fluid, then, so I'm just going to leave this for a little bit so that we can actually get to that point. So once you see the fluid, you drain it out, because that way you're also draining out, you know, a little bit of the excess salt. Guys, once you do that, this is ready to eat. It's literally ready to eat. But if you don't want to do that and you want to eat it immediately, you can do that. And with that, what you just need to do, again, you can eat it immediately like that. But sometimes what I also do, if I have Greek yogurt. So Greek yogurt, well, familiar with it, but just to say, like, if you know how to make regular yogurt, when your regular yogurt is ready, if you now sieve it, you know how we sieve pap, akamu, right? Ogi. If you sieve the pap, if you sieve the, what am I talking about? The yogurt, right? Once, right? That becomes your Greek yogurt. It's just regular yogurt that is thicker. That becomes that. And then labne is something that I discovered in Sierra Leone. It's, I don't know whether to call it Lebanese yogurt, or so I find it mainly in Lebanese shops. What they do is that they take the yogurt that is already Greek yogurt, and then they sieve it one more time, and it becomes even thicker. And I think that they add quite a bit of salt in it because it's a little salty. So when I use labne, I actually don't use any salt at all to season the cucumber, and I just add it. Guys, it just makes it so creamy and so tasty. So I'm just going to leave this for a little bit. Just wait for that water to kind of drain out of it, out of the cucumbers. I think it kind of, you know, it just, it's osmosis. Someone remind me of my sciences. So water kind of just drains off, and then you can add your Greek yogurt if you have it, or your labne. If you have your labne, you have no business adding salt to this. So, but anyway, while we're waiting for this to do what we need it to do, one of the things that I also want to do to encourage everyone is that I'm going to have some freebies that I'm giving out. So this is pedometer. I think I used to give out pedometers on this page before, I'm not sure, but I have a few that I have gotten, and I want to be sure that it has arrived where I need it to arrive, because it's from there that people will want to be picking up. So for every video that we do, and guys, it's actually going to be live videos, right? I'm hoping I can get a hang of the live. So, but as we do it, I'm going to give out this video, I'm going to give out these pedometers for, it depends on who. Every week, I will ask a specific wellness question. I will find out who has the best answer, and that's it, right? The person wins the prize. And this is just to encourage you, to encourage me to do that. In terms of other exercises, and so how do you mean that? Like, you don't have to even go and be visiting any fancy gym, just even in your house. This is what I do, guys. Like, I'm literally, in the evenings, my kids are just tired of me, like, right? Like, I'm just walking around, looking at my phone, while I'm just, you know, walking around, jogging around. That's what I do. And somehow that has helped me. That's where I started from. I wanted to do 6,000 steps initially, and then I moved on to wanting to do 10,000 steps. From 10,000 steps, I then realized that the real issue is not even just the steps, because I can do 10,000 steps today, and my app will tell me that I lost, for conversation's sake, 500 calories, and another day I do the same 10,000 and I would have lost 300 calories. So guys, there was a difference in what was really going on, and I will talk about that difference that happened in my next video. So guys, our thing has not really accumulated that much fluid, but I'm going to try, like, I literally can't see anything, it's just wet inside. It probably needs a little bit more time, because typically I give it a little bit more time, but I am going to drain out what I have, and then yeah. Okay, think we were able to squeeze out like maybe 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of fluid, right? But it's okay. So we're going to add our Greek yogurt. So here is the Greek yogurt. You can make your own. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Guys, actually use proper measures. But yeah, here we are, just using this. So you mix it up and you find how creamy it is. Greek yogurt is so good for you. It has all of those healthy probiotics, but then it's also rich in proteins, right? Which you also need. You can see how creamy this looks, right? So even that alone is enough to make you hungry for this dish. So that's it, guys. First recipe over. So in my next video, hopefully it's live, I will be telling you some more about how I moved to just counting my number of steps, which is always a good place to start from, to counting the number of calories. And again, counting calories is not for everyone, guys. Like, it really needs a lot of discipline and a lot of really discipline. Like, you just got to be focused in saying, I will count every single thing that I eat. It's not for everyone, so you don't have to do that, but I'm just going to tell you all the different things that I have done and continue to do. I'll tell you about some of the ones that I've dropped along the way, but some of the ones that I continue to do. Guys, can you take a look at it? It's just really nice and creamy, and I assure you it is amazingly tasty. So tell me, guys, are you looking forward to going with me on this journey? I am really very excited to be here with you guys, and I had hoped to do this thing live, but you know, internet can just be interneting sometimes. So, and it was really interneting today. So I'm gonna leave it alone and come back to it another time. But this is Dr. Ketch signing off. I'm telling you guys to keep living healthy, and hey, let's do this journey together. You know, in my church we say don't do life alone. So guys, don't do wellness alone, okay? See you again on the next video. Love you guys. Bye. What is going to be that next video? I will probably announce it on the page just so that people can join me live. All right, take care. Bye.